What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Of course, today we're going to focus in on Mowry, and people get mad at me, especially a lot of ladies, when we talk about Mowry. Oh my God, she's not bothering anybody. You guys need to leave her alone. What has she done to you? You hear all of those things. And of course, I understand your concerns, and I'm sorry if you feel offended, but I want to just kind of get into what I would consider a modern woman's psyche. And this is probably one of the reasons why men and women have a very hard time understanding each other, just because the things that we do really don't make a lot of sense, right? And the older I get, the more I understand that I just don't understand women a lot. It's okay to know that, but I'm gonna explain why. So let's look at her post here. Beautiful picture here. Of course, there's a lot of pictures, a lot of self-aggrandizing, always trying to prove that they're living a great life. Everything is okay when it probably is not, but it's okay. Let's look at the post. Let's read it. I can't believe it's already February. January felt both quick and long at the same time. I love the start of a new year. It just has the fresh beginning feel, helping me set intentions for the year. Some of my goals for this year include being more present, being kinder to myself, and not being afraid to try new things. Maintaining an open heart and being receptive to all that life has to offer made my January sweet and peaceful. What intentions have you set for the year? Let's kind of go into, this thing here, right? I want to look at this particular sentence. Some of my goals for this year include being more present. Being more present to who? Being kinder to myself and not being afraid to try new things. Do you guys hear that? A lot of women are using that phrase and terminology. Being kinder to myself. You'll hear a phrase, things need to serve me more. Okay. I need to love myself more. And then you kind of want to, you wonder why every time a woman like Mowry or Jeannie Mai, they have a bad relationship, they always come back to this talking point. Oh, I need to love myself more. I need to be more present for myself more. I need to be able to be kinder to myself more. And then you see the whole montage of things that are important to them, which is their self. And when you look at it as men, being a man, we don't view relationships like this. Men, we build relationships based off of resources, based off putting other people first, being kinder to everybody else, and then trying to build value a lot. That's what we try to do based on what other people see. What ladies like Mowry and Jeannie Mai see is, I want to be more loving to myself, less to others, and expecting somebody else to love me while I'm loving myself more and loving you less. Being more receptive to what life has to offer. It's about what I can receive, never giving. And then you wonder, why don't I meet the kind of guys in the dating market and they're trash? Because you don't give anything, honey. This is what we got to talk about. I see this in business collaborations. I recently had a speed networking event. It was pretty interesting. I didn't participate in it, but one of the people from the event came and asked me a serious question, or he gave me some serious insight to the event. He says, O'Shea, I really appreciate the attempt for the event. It was nice. I liked all that you guys had to offer. However, I have one criticism. I said, what was that? He said, well, the problem that I have with the speed networking was that we only had 2 minutes to talk, but everybody was worried about them. Everybody kept talking to me about their business. Everybody kept telling me about what they had, what they wanted, but nobody asked me any questions about myself. None of them asked me what they could do for me. They were just trying to make deals for themselves. None of them wanted to offer any value to me. And I believe that in order to have such an event be successful, the culture needs to be changed such that these people know what they're trying to also give instead of just always getting. And that's something that I've noticed here in the business world, in the black community worldwide. You have everybody looking to get money for themselves, everybody looking to do, but nobody wants to do anything for anybody else. And this is not much different than Miss Tia Mowry, because everything revolves around her. And one thing that I've noticed in life is, yeah, you're very important to yourself, but to other people, you're not. Yeah, people might like your posts, people might like your, pictures and stuff like that, but people care about you as much as you can do something for them. What do you do for the world? What value do you have for people? What can you change? All of that. And then based on that is what you will get. That's it, okay? That's it. But if you don't have that ability, it's not going to happen. And ladies don't understand that, being more loving to yourself, being kinder to yourself, you're probably very kind to yourself. What about being kind to somebody that you want to be with? What about the other person? Every time I hear Lori Harvey, Tia Mowry, Jeannie Mai, it's so much self-aggrandizing. It's just, it's so self-centered. And it's okay. We understand that women are, they need attention and they really love themselves, and that's great. But what do you do for somebody? What is your contribution to someone else? What do you do for the world that makes somebody say, you know what, God damn it, this is really what I want to do. I want to be with this lady. This lady is a giver. This lady cares about me. No, it's so unfortunate. What you hear from a lot of ladies these days is, about themselves and how can you help me care more about myself while diminishing your own worth while you care about me. I'm sorry. That's how a lot of men fail. Not to say that women cannot be caring, because that is not true. There are some very caring ladies out there. I'm dealing with these Tia Mowry, Jeannie Mai archetypes. I'm dealing with that alone. All right. I'm dealing with that and that alone. Then you wonder why you don't get value. And it's the same kind of guys who come to the networking events. All they want to do is push their little shitty company. They don't offer any value. They don't offer any advice. They don't offer any connections. They're only looking to help them. And then you wonder why nobody wants to do business with a person like that. I always say, guys, people who are loyal to money are loyal to nothing. Selfish people are loyal to themselves. You can't have relationships with them. They don't give anything. They're terrible. They're selfish. And a man, that's the one thing a man can really hate, is to be in a relationship with a lady who is just so self-centered and grounded only in her own self-aggrandizing behavior. It's a real turn off. I think when guys were younger, as long as the lady was beautiful, it would be okay, but just so entitled. I mean, like, what? Are you serious? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. An episode of The Celebrity Junk. Pretty sure you do subscribe, bell. We're out.